Hey everyone, I'm Mike from theparkprodigy.com, and on today's video we're going to break down if the Magic Kingdom dessert party is worth it or not. And I just spent over $200 on the Magic Kingdom dessert party so that you don't have to, essentially. And we went into this event hoping that we would have the most amazing view possible, and what I found out is even with a reserved viewing area, it doesn't guarantee you a great view of the fireworks. So that's what we're about to break down to help you figure out, well, hey, even without that, is it worth it or not for you and your family? So without any further ado, let's go get started. Thank you again so much for checking out this video. Like I said, we're about to break down if the Magic Kingdom dessert party is worth it or not. Let me start the video by saying we did the pre-dessert party. So there are 3 different dessert parties at this point in time. It is very important to understand that the dessert party we did was the pre-party. There's also the post-party and seats and suites. So the difference between all of these is the pre-party, you essentially enjoy the desserts before the fireworks. Post-party, just like it sounds, you enjoy the desserts after the fireworks. And then seats and suites, you actually watch the fireworks while you're enjoying the dessert. So that's kind of the differences. We did the pre, and it's important to kind of help you and figure out, if it's worth it or not. So some of the important things to keep in mind is I am the type of person that I always watch the fireworks. If I'm in the park and I can see the fireworks at night, I am going to figure out a way to see the fireworks. I also take having the perfect view for the fireworks very seriously. And we're the type of family, we'll show up 45 minutes, an hour before the fireworks even start, just to make sure I have the perfect view. And of course, with the new fireworks show, it's also important that there are projections on the castle. So you really want to understand, what goes into the fireworks show if it's important for you. And of course, that's why we wanted to go try out the dessert party. So essentially what you're getting for the pre-party and the post-party is guests get to enjoy a reserved viewing area of the fireworks in Plaza Garden, and they get access for unlimited desserts. So from a price perspective, the prices range from $99 to $109 for adults and $59 for kids. This is for the pre-party and the post-party. And then the seats and suites is going to be a little bit more than that. So for our pre-dessert party, we were allowed to enter the dessert area an hour and a half before the fireworks started. For us, it was right around 8:30. And what I would say is one of the pros is that we actually were able to access this area about 10 minutes early. So that was a great, kind of head start on all the suites. And so the total for the two of us came to right around $205. And it's important for me to note that that is on top of your admission ticket. So for this price, like I said, you get to enjoy all you can eat dessert. So what we enjoyed was chocolate covered strawberries, mini cupcakes, cookies and cream, cheesecake mousse, mini silk pies, Rice Krispie treats, chocolate caramel tarts, mini cannolis. They also had like this apple crepe. And then they also have a decorate your own cookie station for young kids to really enjoy. There's also assorted fruits and cheeses, but where I really feel like you get your money's worth is probably going to be in the beverages. So non-alcoholic beverages, we do have the very popular Pog juice. Then we also have strawberry lemonade, regular lemonade, milk, and there was also a non-alcoholic kind of like cider. I believe they were kind of trying to do like a clever way to do like, sparkling champagne, but non-alcoholic, if that makes sense. It's like the sparkling grape juice that you might get or drink. We drink it around Thanksgiving at my house. There also is coffee, teas, but then there are alcoholic beverages as well. So guests can enjoy as much as they like to drink within the hour and a half for champagne, wine, and beers. So as you can see, there really is a lot to offer when it comes to this dessert party, but let's jump into the good and the bad. So the good is that, as you can imagine, it is all you can eat. So I'm a snacker. I like to try a little bit of everything. For me, I was in heaven because I tried almost everything that they had out. But the bad is, of course, when you look at the average prices of the desserts outside of the party, my fiance loves the premium cupcakes, and the price for those, I know off the top of my head, is right around $6.99. So in order for you to get your money's worth, right, you'd have to eat 14 cupcakes. And so that brings us over to the beverages, right? Because you might be thinking, well, I'll get my money's worth over there. But I looked up the average price for a Blue Moon, and this was actually in the restaurants at Magic Kingdom, and that was $9.50. And so that means you would have to drink 10 beers in order to get your money's worth. And I know what you're thinking. I actually said this joke already in my Instagram video. This is Magic Kingdom. It's a family-friendly show. Maybe you're up for the challenge, maybe you're not. But I feel like most people aren't going to, go that far. And most people probably gonna fall right in the middle, where I would say maybe, you'll get 3 cupcakes worth of dessert, which comes $6.99 times 3. That's $21 just about. And then maybe you'll enjoy 3 adult beverages. So that comes to $9.50 times 3, and that's right around $29. So it brings your total all in dessert and beverage, kind of value that you're getting, I would say really right around $49. So with that math, on the low side, you're paying around $50 per person for you to have that premium plaza viewing area for Happily Ever After, which is the fireworks show. So now we have to look, is that viewing area worth it or not? Well, so I would say overall for the pre-party, it was a miss for us. We didn't have the best experience. And what I would say is it really is kind of hit or miss depending on what time you get into that fireworks area. The reason being is there are some light poles, there's some trees off to the side, and also there could be some taller guests in front of you that you have to kind of keep in mind. And from everything I've read online, folks say you really want to do the after party because you can pretty much go to this area like first thing and pick, the perfect spot. But I kind of feel like post-party, pre-party, right? It doesn't matter. I kind of feel like that defeats the whole purpose of like why you've been paying for this premium experience. And so what we found is we actually went to the dessert area, like I said, around 8:20, and we were pretty much done with our desserts by 8:50. So we actually then went over to the plaza, reserved sitting area, and we waited an hour. We showed up an hour early for the fireworks show, just like we would if we didn't have the dessert party. And what happened was there's actually another section in front of the dessert section, and there was a guest so tall in that section that we actually couldn't really see over them. Of course, we saw it, but you get what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have the perfect view, that perfect, like, uninterrupted view that you would expect. And so that kind of brings me into who is this the right fit for? Because, again, I also did read online that folks are okay with that. This might be you might have different preferences. You might be doing this for different reasons. So who is this the best fit for? For families with younger kids that might just still want that secluded area, might want to make sure that they just head out after the fireworks show at 10 o'clock, right? They don't want to have to go and have dessert after. The pre-party would be right for you. If you're not crazy about crowds and want a more secluded spot to watch the fireworks show, again, this is perfect for you because it wasn't overly crowded. It just wasn't the perfect view. Next would be if you're okay with the numbers that I provided and you realize that you're paying a little bit of a premium for the fireworks spot. Again, this is a great experience for you and the family, especially if you're big dessert eaters or snackers like I am, you're going to enjoy it. However, on the flip side, if you're like my fiance and you just have like your one specific, dessert that you love and nothing's going to beat that, I don't think the desserts at this party are better than anything else that you can get within the park. And if you're the type of family where you don't mind, you kind of enjoy hanging out, sitting on Main Street, waiting for the parade or fireworks to start, again, this might not be the best fit for you. You're better off saving the money and spending it elsewhere. But I do have some tips and tricks to also get the most out of your dessert party. So these parties need a reservation, which you can make up to 60 days in advance. They drop just like the regular restaurant reservations at 6 a.m. But the important thing to keep in mind is you will need to pay in full when you book. So make sure you have your credit card linked to your My Disney Experience app. I also would say if you're going to the dessert party, don't book a huge sit-down dinner right before. Again, the dessert party is all you can eat, all you can drink, and you really want to get your money's worth, so you want to kind of go into it a little bit on the lighter side. Another thing that I did read online is they will allow you to kind of pop in and out of the Tomorrowland Terrace and the Plaza Garden viewing area. So if you want to leave, maybe dad to kind of save the spots in the viewing area while you take the kids to go on a ride real quick, you do have to be mindful, of course, not to miss the fireworks, but that is something that I have seen. Also, they do have allergy-friendly foods, but you do have to let a cast member know in advance. And then there is also a 24-hour cancellation policy. So you do need to be sure to cancel before 24 hours or you will unfortunately not be able to get any of your money back. But that is it, everyone. That is essentially my little quick video on if the Magic Kingdom dessert party is worth it or not. I really hope that you found this video helpful. And if you are in the process of planning that Walt Disney World trip and you do need a little additional help, we do have a questionnaire in the show notes. You can get my help, my team's help, planning an amazing Walt Disney World vacation package. And right now we're actually running a promotion where you can earn up to $250 back in a Disney gift card. Hey, maybe you go, and if you're playing with house money, maybe you go and you book the dessert party at Magic Kingdom. But I really hope that you found this video helpful. And until next time, I will talk to you soon.